Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tommy with another StarCraft 2 replay for you guys. Once again, we have a strong engagement in between the two pro players, this time from the international scene, as we have spawning here in the lower left. In the red it is Serral from Finland, and his opponent spawning here in the upper right. In the blue it is Special from Mexico, so very rare sight. One of my first casts from him. I really would like to congratulate him that he has lost a lot of weight and he's working out. So great stuff here by him, by the player from Mexico. And yeah, he's spawning as the Terran here in the upper right part. So both of them spawning on 2000 atmospheres. Let's just see exactly what they have prepared for us. Let's just check the build order really quick. Looks like the pretty standard stuff here from Special, as he's opening up here with supply depot into barracks and into his gas. He might soon send out a Reaper towards the base from Serral. And interestingly enough, I don't see a fast expansion yet here for Serral, so he might have went into a fast spawning pool. No, he actually went into more drones, an extractor, and then spawning pool. Two of his overlords already out on the map. Of course, just checking out the proximity for any proxy barracks here. So the pretty standard stuff, just with one small difference here, as Serral is really having a very late hatchery. So a new build order here from the world champion, going into more drones, going into that extractor first, and then spawning pool, and already mining gas. So I guess he really wants to have that speed upgrade done really quick for his Zerglings, perhaps just to harass the Terran much quicker here. So the first Reaper is just an SCV, a scouting SCV. The second SCV is building that one expansion here. One gas is up, no Reaper yet. Of course, we have the production tab in the upper left part, so just in case I'm missing something, you can see it of course up here. So yeah, we have the fast expansion. One Marine is out, the second one is coming here as well, as it's also scouting a little bit here the proximity. So interesting enough here for Special, he didn't go into a Reaper, just straight Marines, and this one SCV is already being chased away. So he saw the expansion, but he also sees the Zerglings, so he pretty much should know now what exactly the build order from Serral is. And let's also be careful around the 2 minute and 30, 2 minute and 40 second mark. There should be another expansion into this location, or at least this is of course the build order. Let's just see if Serral is going to try anything different. Some drones are being transferred. Queen is already here to defend, so very early Queen of course for Serral, as the first Zerglings are also moving out here on the map. It's already 6 of them, 4 into this location, 2 in here, and we're closing at the 2 and the 40 second mark. Of course, Special knows this. This is why exactly this scouting SCV has checked the proximity, just to see exactly the timer, or if there is going to be a second expansion for Serral, but no such thing yet. Just those Zerglings out on the map. Some overload of course is getting nicely here, almost getting yes indeed, and a good kill here for Special. So very nice job by him, as Serral still tries to roam around. Speed is being done now, so Special needs to be careful. Of course, he's nicely walling off, and he knows that he's going to face those Zerglings, so this is why it's going into double Hellions. So Hellions of course very good against the Zerglings, but also good against harassing. And now finally we see the second expansion. Special knows this, and interesting enough, he's actually building here a bunker, so this has to be aggressive. He might transfer some of those Marines really soon towards the location. Let's see if he has a starport at home. You see there is a starport, going for the tech lab. A nice switch here for Special, and yeah, he might go into a vulture now. Oh yeah, actually that's called a raven, sorry. So it's a raven for Special, and interesting enough, they're not deciding to intercept those Marines, so he's still giving quite some great opportunity here for Special to damage this hatchery. So nice job here by the Mexican player. Finally in comes Serral, really late, so it's going to take quite some damage. The Hellions are coming here as well, so the Queens have to defend. Creep is getting build up here, as they're already 3 Queens into this location. But yeah, let's just see, the hatchery is taking more and more damage. Just finally in come the Queens to attack this one bunker. But yeah, SCV is here, and at the same time a nice double attack here for Special with those Hellions. Finally the hatchery is being finished. There is creep on the ground, so the Queens can heal themselves up. SCV also takes some damage, but at the same time we see a strong output here by Serral with some Zerglings. Oh yeah, let's have a look. The real action is of course happening here. Again, Serral should hold with all of his defenses with the Queens, and at the same time he's also expanding into his location, so quite a greedy, strong gameplay here by Serral, as Special has a great defense here with Hellions. and also goes for another expansion into this location, so very soon I'm going to lift it up here. And yeah, let's just see how things will unfold. Looks just like just queens with Zerglings here for Serral. No Baning's Nest, at least I don't see one. No Roach Warrant either, so he's pretty much just going straight into mass macro oriented game. But Specialist of course not going to allow this. In come the Helens, in come the Ravens, and yeah, auto turret here on the fronts as well. So nice job here by Special, as he's going to be able to snap some of those queen eggs. And yeah, keeping of course Serral at bay, keeping me at home, not allowing to harass. The Overlord is checking out the proximity, so let's just see what the buildings are here for Special. It's 3 barracks, 1 factory, but more and more barracks are actually being built here for him, so it's going to pretty much into a mass infantry unit, a mass bio unit for him. Let's see if those aliens will somehow be able to snipe some drones here, but lots and lots of Zerglings have actually been roasted here. Almost 1 queen has fallen, but still no drones have fallen for Serral, so nice defense by him. And yeah, let's see if those Helens will somehow be picked up. Of course, this location would have been really good to attack. There we have a Spore Crawler, and Lair is also being done, so you might see a transition by Serral soon into some other units. As you see, the Helens are coming in, but Serral really fast reacting here with that Evolution Chamber. And that Evolution Chamber is the perfect block here against those Helens. Now in come the Helens once again. They're on the ramp, they have a good position, but there's so many Zerglings here to surround. And yeah, still the drones haven't been touched, only 2 of them. Perhaps now he's going to get many more kills, so yeah, Special showing us of course the strength of those Helens. But in the end only 6 drones have been killed against so many Helens. I believe it was around 8 to 10 Helens. So yeah, nice hold here by Serral. And let's just see what the transition is going to bring us. 2 evolution chambers for those upgrades. We have the Baning's Nest, so it looks like it's going to be a mass link Bane output here for Serral. Let's just see, he's checking the proximity with his Overseer. 5 barracks here for Special, 1 starport, 1 factory. He's going into Widow Mines, of course. Widow Mines would counter against those Zerglings, against those Banings. At the same time he's also pushing out with a small infantry number here and 2 Widow Mines, perhaps just to lure those Zerglings into that Widow Mine. Let's just see, nice kiting here by Special. 2 drones have been snapped somewhere on the map, and still a good position with this 1 rocks here, so very nice job here by Special. Still kiting around, pretty soon he should pick up, yes indeed. So he takes out a couple of units and then just picks up pretty good harassment here by the Mexican player. And yeah, at the same time he's also established his expansion into this point. Let's see, he's going up very heavily into that infantry. Look at that, so many mass marines. It is looking like he's going to be here for Special with Widow Mines, so very soon we're going to see more and more attacks by him. Let's just see if Serral is going to be prepared for that with some Zerglings, with some Banings. Queens are also here out. So yeah, slowly but steadily we're closing at a 10-minute mark here, as more and more of that infantry is being sent out here by Special. It looks like it's going to be a mass infantry with Stim, as he's nicely kiting here back and forth, and the other medivacs are here on standby to pick them up. Yeah, more and more is getting sent out. Even med shields have been done now for Special. Let's see, he might try to split his troops. He might try to attack on 2 fronts with mass marines. Could be a possibility, of course. Meanwhile, worker wise we have the same workers for both players. Supply, there's a little bit more supply here for Special as he's scanning the map, and this could be of course a good attacking point. And yes, Serral is just roaming around with his Banings, with his Zerglings. Just try to keep some guessing where exactly Special is going to attack next. He has 2 groups, he has this group here and this one as well, still on hold position there. And yes, the Banings getting some good connections, but yeah, let's see, more and more Banings are actually being spawned here, so Special needs to be careful. This wall is pretty much getting destroyed. Special nicely reacting as those, sadly here for him, actually 17 SCVs. If he would have kept on moving, I believe he could have escaped. And yeah, sadly he did lose quite a huge number of those SCVs there. So yeah, a little bit of a mistake perhaps by Special returning those SCVs. And yeah, sadly for him losing quite a strong force of that economy there. So he's going to counter-attack now with his infantry, with his Widow Mines, snapping more and more of those queen eggs. At the same time, Serral just roaming around, but there is vision here. There are those medivacs. And yeah, Special might try to snap some of those banings. It would have been really important for him. Finds once again a good position to hide behind those rocks. The mines are in the back. Perhaps he would like to move them a little bit more in the front just to have more support. And in the meantime, Serral just tries to keep this expansion alive as in comes another drop by Serral. At the same time, once again, we see some SCVs fallen against some banings. So pretty good harassment here by Serral versus the economy from Special. Sometimes Special tries, of course, to harass, to kill as many units as possible. There is an overseer, so those widow mines will be now killed against those hydras. So nice job here by Serral. And yes, Serral having this expansion here as well, but the same can be said here by Special, as he also has made this expansion into this point. Perhaps a little bit of an exposed expansion, but there is still not that much creep, and as I said, this actually Serral just keeps spreading that creep all over the map here. So nice job by him. Let's just see his unit composition once again. Some hydras are here on the ground. I believe it's around 4 to 5. Let's see if I can click. Yes, indeed, 5 hydras here for him. Lots and lots of Zergs, as Serral is pretty much closing into being maxed out. So let's see where exactly he's going to be attacking. This time Special needs to be careful. There are hydras on the ground, so the medivacs are a little bit exposed, and it looks like Serral is pretty much going to commit here, but there is a planetary fortress. Will the banings get some good connections here? Special decides to retreat, not going to repair here. And yeah, the planetary fights really hard and strong, but in the end I believe it's going to fall here. So yeah, the Special pretty much retreating with all of his SCVs into safety. I believe he just feared an all push here by banings, and I believe the damage would have been much higher. So wise decision by him, now bringing back those SCVs into the expansion point. So a good takeout. At the same time, once again Special tries to attack, tries to counter with 3 medivacs here into this location. But yes, Serral seems to be prepared for that SCV to retreat, so perhaps this location would have been far better for him to attack. This zone here as well, perhaps to take out a lurker then. So of course we might see a transition into lurkers by Serral, as he's shown us in previous replays on this channel how good lurkers can be. And yeah, let's see what's going to happen in good surround here by Serral versus Special. Special once again has to retreat as so many banings on the ground. So perhaps we might see a transition by Special into more mechanical weapons here, and indeed we do have 2 battle cruisers. Quite an interesting transition here by Special. Not everything you see every day. It's 2 battle cruisers on the ground, but hold on, we'll actually see the world champion now once again moving forward towards this expansion point. 2 SCVs have been killed, more and more will follow. 11 SCVs have been killed. And let's see what exactly those battle cruisers could do. Of course they can teleport out on the map, it's 2 of them. Perhaps more will follow. Yes, indeed, we see another battle cruiser here being bait, and we see some tanks. So tanks might be a good answer. Tors could also be a good answer. And yeah, here are the 3 battle cruisers. Where exactly is he going to be taking them? I believe he might even try to teleport into the main from Serral, as Serral has his main force here into this location. Special sees this. So when exactly is the teleport going to come? I believe really soon. So yeah, where exactly is Special going to attack? Perhaps this new expansion here into this location. But yeah, Serral just keeps massing more and more units. And yeah, we're about to find out what exactly is going to happen here. The battle cruisers are still in position. Another one is being made. Perhaps Special is waiting for more and more of those battle cruisers. At the same time, in comes Serral with a small attack here, but he prepares another attack, and the creep spread is really strong. And now we finally see the teleportation here. So great stuff here by Special. Nice transition. I believe he even took Serral by surprise. One Viper might get snapped here, but a parasitic bomb has been casted, and in come the reinforcements from Serral. Those hydras will be pretty good against those battle cruisers. 4 battle cruisers actually. And now we finally see Yamamoto gun being used. So nice kills there against those hydras. But in the end, Special needs to be careful, needs to micro those units. At the same time, he has to micro at home, as Serral did send out so many Zergs here. So yeah, Special taking quite some great heavy damage. The tank is also being exposed. Finally, in come the reinforcement, but 18 workers have already been killed, and Special actually GG'd out. So this game goes for Serral. A way too much overwhelming force here by the world champion, and those hydras were a great decision by him with those Vipers as well. We have another game in between these 2. Let's just jump straight into game number 2. And we're back with game number 2 in between Special and Serral. This time Special is spawning here in the upper right part as the blue Terran, and his opponent Serral spawning in the lower left as the red Zerg. So quite an overwhelming game number 1 for Serral. He had quite a very strong force, nice engagements by him with those Hydras, and at the same time his creep spread was really strong, not allowing here special to come back. So yeah, special not really punishing that creep highway by Serral. He did try to nice transition into those battle cruisers, but in the end those units from Serral were so mobile, especially those Hydras and those Vipers with the parasitic bombs. So yeah, nice job here by Serral taking game number 1. Let's just see exactly what's going to happen in game number 2, as we see the pretty standard open up here by special. Supply depot into barracks and gas. Let's have a look at Serral really quick. Once again, he's not going for a fast expansion first. Actually goes into gas and into that spawning pool and into more of those workers at the same time. His 2 overlords are already out on the map, so interesting build order. Usually Zergs go for fast expansion, but this time I believe Serral just wants his speed to be done much faster. So here we go, around the 1 minute and 20-second mark he has his expansion up, so quite a delayed expansion. I'm sure he knows exactly what he's doing. I believe this is the same build order just like in game number 1, so faster gas, faster spawning pool by him. Let's just check. Special also going for that same build order, fast expansion, and pretty soon he's going to send out his SCV, his scouting SCV, just to see exactly what Serral is up to. This could be, or he might try to place here a supply depot into this location. So let's have a look. No, it's just a factory, so it might be a 1-1-1 build order, 1 barracks into 1 factory and into 1 starport, as Serral keeps just checking out the map. No proxies around the map, and the first Zerglings are also out for him. So yeah, there is his speed, so the speed will be done much quicker here with this 1 build order. And let's have a look when exactly is he going for his second expansion. I believe it should be around the 3-minute mark, even 3 and 10 or 20-second mark. So let's just see where Serral is going to be attacking really soon. Perhaps this expansion point is a little bit exposed. There aren't so many marines out on the map, just 1 here waiting for the overlord, and Serral might try to attack now with his Zerglings on the ground. Let's see, the first queens are of course out very early here, and yeah, Serral just keeps expanding all over the place. He just keeps on scouting. He has great vision in the middle of the map, so just in case Special is going to try and move out, especially with those Hellions. So the Hellions, once again, a wise decision here by Special, just like in game number 1, but sadly they were intercepted really good by the world champion. Nice rounds with some Zerglings, and yeah, sadly for Special, it didn't really work out for him to snipe so many workers. Right now he's nicely defending, so the Zerglings won't stand a chance, and speed has been done, and he's also upgrading the speed for those overalls, I believe. So let's have a look. The Hellions are nicely here located on the map, and he's actually going into a double Widow Mine, so very soon he might go into this Medivac with Widow Mines, with Hellions. It could be really devastating against Serral. Let's see if Serral has some spores at home, but yeah, I don't see any spores, just some queens. So the drop could be really deadly against Serral, so Serral needs to be careful. There's the Overlord, speed has been done, so he's nicely checking the proximity. We also see that second expansion point, I believe he made it around the 3rd minute mark. So yeah, income Special with 4 mines. He might also try to pull those Hellions, but he could also leave them at home to defend, just in case some Zerglings are pouring forward. So let's see, some Marines are also here. The Wall-off is being prepared, so pretty standard stuff. Let's see if this army move out is going to be able to deal some damage, some economic damage against Serral, but Serral should see this. His overalls are nicely spread, so he should be prepared. His queens especially should be prepared. Here they will already intercept this 1 Medivac, dealing some damage. Spore just finishes exactly on time, so sadly here for a Special, Serral is really prepared for this attack, and there is that Baning's Nest. At the same time in come the Hellions, but Serral of course once again really fast with his micro. At the same time he's just checking out the main. We see an armory, we see actually a Liberator now, as some buildings are getting swapped here. So Special with a nice tactic, attacking at 2 fronts at once with those Hellions. Actually now going into Hellbat, so let's see if some queens will be sniped, but no, the queens are nicely holding off. As yeah, Special just has to Perhaps wait for his reinforcements here, using up he's bringing his Widow Mines, bringing them here down on the ground, so nice job by him, but the queens are here on standby, so some damage is being dealt. And let's see, the second attack has been made here, but also once again Serral preventing this really nice job by him. At the same time, Serral keeps pushing here forward, and sadly for special, he did leave the door open, so look at that, all of those buildings attacking here, some Marines are on standby, but could be really a strong attack, and already 13 workers have been killed, so many workers, 20 workers, and yes, sadly here for special with a mistake there, leaving the door open for Serral, so of course Serral is going to say thank you for that, and just sniping 20 workers, look at that, sadly special falling to 27. Yeah, every mistake is of course really deadly against the world champion. So Serral taking this series, quite interesting series, especially game number 1, game number 2, sadly a big mistake by special, but it happens of course. So yeah, we are all human, we all make mistakes. So yeah, thank you guys once again for watching, thanks for listening. This is your host Tommy, signing out.